Today's the feast of a man named Paul who lived in the 1700s and had such a devotion to the Passion of Christ that he founded an order called the Passionists and is known to us today as St. Paul of the Cross. Hello, I'm Father James Kubicki. St. Paul of the Cross once wrote something that sounds much like the first part of a popular prayer called the Serenity Prayer, which begins, "God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change." St. Paul went a bit further, saying, "The easiest way to keep your peace of heart is to accept everything as coming directly from the hands of the God who loves you. If you do this, any pain or persecution, anything which is difficult to accept, will be transformed into a source of joy, happiness, and peace." Why is that, you might ask? I'll admit it's not easy to do, but the wisdom of these two sayings or prayers is that much of our lack of peace comes from getting angry about things we can't change, and even hitting our heads, as it were, against a brick wall trying to change something or someone that is beyond our power to change. Serenity comes from acceptance and surrendering everything into God's care. Peace comes from seeing that even the difficulties we face, the hardships and pains, the sufferings and crosses, can be the means by which God will make us a saint. That's the ultimate goal in life, to be a saint. And while we may not be able to change certain situations or people we don't like, we can try to view them as opportunities that God is giving us to become holy. That's the trust that we see in something that another St. Paul, the Apostle, wrote in his letter to the Romans, chapter 8, verse 28. We know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to his promise.